Hi everyone. I'd like to talk to you this morning about meditation. Um, I've learned various ways of meditating. Some have a phrase that you say, um, some is focusing on the breath. Um, there's a variety of ways to meditate, but out of all of them, I have found the most valuable one to focus on the breath. And with this particular syndrome that I have to do what's called adrenal breathing. And I find it very helpful because not only is it really focusing on the breath and trying to quiet the mind, it's also the way you're breathing deeply, expanding your diaphragm, and kind of pulling your tummy in on the exhalation that apparently stimulates a meridian for calming, deep meridian for calming. So I've been doing that quite often, but I want to touch on that because you will have thoughts come in often, and that is the practice of meditation, to quiet the mind. And I find that allow your thoughts to come in, but then you focus back onto the breath. And don't judge it. You'll have your thoughts come in because it's so habitual. And the ego is always thinking and trying to basically kind of sabotage you. So it will create like this stir in your mind. So try that. I think it would be very helpful for you. Just even if you're laying down or sitting up, just close your eyes. If you want to put on some peaceful music, just breathe in and out and just focus on your breathing. And let the thoughts come in. If they do, it's fine. But just quickly go back to focusing on your breathing. And meditation, I feel, is really one of the deepest ways to go to healing yourself, your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because you're calming your whole beingness on such a deep, profound level, cellular level, and even beyond that. It's a stillness and a quiet that's really undescribable because it is so deep. And if it puts you to sleep, that's great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's the practice. Like, I've known how to meditate for many, many years. And I found it very helpful. I do it all the time if I'm getting ready to sleep, or if I'm really, really stressed out. And that's why I'm really glad that this doctor is so intelligent that he incorporated basically adrenal breathing is like a meditation, quieting of the mind, body connection. And I'm just so glad that he has that as part of his program. And I also want to touch on the power of the present moment. If you really look at the word present, it's a gift of the moment. And the ego loves to have you worrying about something in the past or worrying about something in the future that is not even there yet. It just takes hold and control, and we just follow this chaotic mind constantly into nothing, I feel, productive enough to soothe you once you're finished, because it always will make something else up to keep you going. So I look at, by Eckhart Tolle, the value of the now moment, the present moment. It's a very good book, The Power of Now. And I just want to touch on that. The more you can live in the present moment, because you don't know if you will have another moment. You have no idea if you'll have another moment. As you know, with yourself or with people, that saying, here today, gone tomorrow, here this minute, gone the next minute. You don't know. So I really see the value of trying to stay in the present moment. Is it a practice again? Yes. But, all these beautiful practices are only going to help you in your mind and your body. So why wouldn't you want to try them? So valuable. So valuable. I'm going to show you the book. Hold on. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's very interesting. Talks a lot about the ego, mind. I really liked it. It's a little bit intense, but I can just tell you the gist of it, honestly, and it basically talks about the rambling of the mind, which is endless, which is true. If you notice what our minds do, they just keep rambling on and on and on and on. And the power of the present moment, the power of the now moment. And I see it all the time. When I was just doing my adrenal breathing, I saw all these thoughts come in about, we had a project done outside where I live, and they didn't do some things correctly, and my mind was grabbing onto that. And I was like, just breathe, just focus on your breathing. I didn't criticize my thoughts. I was just aware of them. And then I went back to my breathing. And that's the practice of it, controlling the mind so it will help your body and your mind. And we all realize that our thoughts are either positive, negative, or have more of a neutral feeling to them. But clearly, not enough positive thoughts, not enough inspirational thoughts to help our bodies heal. Because we become frightened, that frightened takes hold. We become sad, depressed, anxious, worried, concerned, happy, joyful, blessed, grateful. What a different feeling each one of those emotions will bring, right? So when you're trying to heal, I feel it's very important to try to stay in the now moment. Focus on your breathing, meditate, quiet the mind so the body can heal. The body wants to heal. That's what it wants to do for you. It always wants to help you. Always. It's the magical, most mysterious thing. The body is an amazing thing. I'm grateful every day because I know that my body is trying to heal me, but I have to do certain things to help it. There's no way around it. And the more I can get a grip on my mind and calm it down and say better things to myself, the more it will respond in a healing way. It's the mind-body connection. We're all one. Can't separate them. So I just wanted to talk about that. I think it's a huge, valuable piece of healing. Getting control of the mind. Because the mind is, you know how interesting it is. It makes up stories all the time. You know, the ego is amazing. And some people call it ego. I had a life coach that called it, you know, your gremlin. You know, the gremlins are always talking to you about, you know, you need to do this, you're not enough, you know, you better, you should, you know, you don't like yourself, you're never going to be anything. That's the ego mind. That's the ego power of the mind, or your gremlins, or whatever you want to call them. But they're strong, and you have to get a hold of them, you know. You have to get a hold of it. You can, but it's a practice, and it's worth it, because it's going to help your life. It's going to help you live. It's going to help you live a longer life. And then you can share it with others, what you've done to help yourself be better. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Sharing, caring, loving yourself. It's huge. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and we'll talk later. Thank you. Bye-bye.